I figured out my best friend was cheating with my fiance.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
okay. Hi, and welcome to Love and Danger. I'm Jett,
And I'm Aimee Lynn.
and we have a great episode today. We
We
do. It's New Year. New
It
Year.
is, yeah.
2025.
New Year. Who dis?
Oh God, who dis? Indeed. We have some stories here to tell you that you guys wrote in. We had a couple of questions. It was what happened in 2024 that was crazy?
Yes.
And then do you have a New Year's resolution for 2025? And you don't know I'm going to bring this up, but I think people should know what happened before 2025. Someone got engaged.
Oh, yes.
Look at
I
that
was like,
rock.
wait, what happened before 2025?
You
I
did.
was like, oh no, what secret are you about to share with people?
Everything. No, I wouldn't
Oh,
expose. No.
I don't really have very many secrets. Yep, Donny and I are engaged now.
Yay! So freaking
It
cute.
happened.
Yeah. When I saw the photo of the ring, before
yeah.
you got it, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. First off, don't let her go swimming.
He showed it to literally every single person but me
But you, yeah.
beforehand. I guess he sent a photo of it to my dad, and then my dad sent it to literally every single person in the family.
Oh my God.
And I told Donnie this. I was like, don't tell my dad anything unless you want literally the entire fucking family to know.
Yeah.
And so then I sent the picture of us being engaged to everyone, and and my dad's like, I knew, yeah, it's a pretty ring. I saw it. And then we went to like our family Christmas like a couple days later, and even my niece was like, yeah, I saw a picture of it. I was like, oh yeah, the picture I sent, like, and she was like, no, grandpa sent us pictures. And I was like,
Yeah.
my grandpa sent the picture of it to my nieces as well.
Yeah. Everybody saw it. Everybody. Donnie did not. He kept it a secret from you.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Nobody else. Well, and then
everyone knew.
We're also at like a Christmas party with like with some of our mutual friends, and literally he was just like over there talking to people, and then all of a sudden someone else comes up to me. She's like, "So what's your dream for a proposal?" And I was like,
"Oh my gosh,
I have no fucking idea, dude. I can't even believe that I'm almost there with one. Like I'm like a dog who like caught the car and now I don't know what to do with it.
Oh my God.
So I was like, I don't know. A pretty ring. I don't know.
Yeah. We had discussed it like a little bit, like minorly. Nothing like, I'm like, are you gonna get a photographer? Like what's the thing? And then what's funny is it's not how he did it, it's how you reacted. And we're gonna throw the photo up so you guys can see it here in a second because it is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But you need to tell them about it because it's so funny.
So he ended up doing it in our kitchen. Very sweet, very, very cute. Kind of glad he did because I got really excited and I kind of jumped on him to like hug him, and I bashed my knee really hard into our counter,
which is classic Aimee.
Classic.
For those that don't know, Aimee, Aimee falls a lot, very clumsy.
Well, it's not that I fall; I get hurt doing
you
stupid
get bruised
shit.
A lot.
I've broken my foot. How many times? I broke my foot getting into the shower. I hit my foot into the bathtub.
I do that with my pinky toe. Like I mess my pinky toe up all the time, like just walking into stuff.
Yeah.
Like I have no sense of like where things are, I guess. But like you take the cake.
I know, yeah. Again, like things that should have hurt me or I should have gotten hurt from, I don't always get hurt from those things. What I get hurt from is doing dumb shit. And a lot of my scars, people will be like, "Oh, what's that scar from?" I was like, "Oh, I slipped and fell out of a tree." And they're like, "Oh, like how high was the tree?" I was like, "Oh no, one of my feet were still on the ground, and I just slipped while trying to climb up the tree, and I scraped all the way down the tree, and then now I have a scar on my knee from that." And they're just like, "That's not very fun. And I was like, I know.
Yeah, the thing you like fell from like the top of a big ass tree.
I know. Yeah. So maybe I should start telling that. Like, I've
Just tell
broken.
them that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I
like,
broke my arm jumping off a swing back when I was in 3rd grade. Went the rest of the day with a broken arm too. Just like, well, it's not bleeding, so I guess I'm okay.
the craziest one was I had a friend in elementary school, might have been middle school at this point, and she walked up a 2x4 that was like propped up. And I don't know what it was propped up on, but it evidently was not safe. And she went to like, like balance up this 2x4 and she fell and caught herself and just both wrists. Yeah. And so that's been a fear of like when I fall, like I'm just gonna let it happen. Just I'm not gonna
Oof.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I mean, I hurt my back at work by picking up a very large child who was like vomiting instead of just like turning them over and being like "Dur, dur, dur, dur." Like I picked them up
oh my
and like
gosh.
ruined my back for that,
Oh,
So
a
again,
child. Yeah.
yeah, all of my injuries are usually there's some sort of story with it. And one of the reasons why, like, so I started this off, it's only been 6 minutes and I had to already put my leg down because my knee is still like bruised. Like the bone is like, there's like a
Oh
kind
my
of a, like a dent in my part of my knee now.
dude, speaking of like that stuff, like I'm like I told him like I think something's beating me up in my sleep because I've been like waking up with like big bruises.
Yeah.
Like I'm like where? So I'm like I'm now starting to write it down when it happens.
That's a good idea.
Because I'm just like okay, well I need to know where this big bruise up my thigh came from, and it was because I went back and I'm like I didn't hit anything. I did. I hit myself with my car door.
Oh,
and
okay,
totally
yeah, I've done that.
forgot.
I've
Yeah.
absolutely done that.
Yeah, it's just I look like I'm getting beat in my sleep.
That's
It is
hilarious.
concerning.
It's the cats. They're doing it.
But
I know it.
it's like I feel like the older I get to, the easier I'm getting bruised. So, or maybe I'm crazy and just didn't notice it before. But yeah, crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations,
crazy.
though.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty.
mean, diamonds are forever, but apparently so is the dent in my knee. So
So we're just gonna jump right into it. Like I said before, you sent in your New Year's resolutions and stories about 2024, and we didn't read them. Nope, because we wanted it to be authentic. And so we did split them up, and we're going to take turns reading and going over what you guys wrote. So I am so excited to see what was sent in. Okay, cool. I'll go with the short one. Okay. Craziest thing happened to me this year was we went to the beach in our old car that has roll-up windows. This is important. Oh God. We parked facing the water and started eating our subs we picked up from Jersey Mike's. My boyfriend, being the loving man he is, threw a piece of his sandwich to one of the seagulls outside the car because, and I quote, he looked sad and hungry.
Oh, I'm already.
I think I know where this is going. Oh no. This was the worst decision of his life, so he has told people. The piece of sandwich he lovingly gave to this poor seagull attracted other seagulls and bird alike. He threw out another piece in a panic as they yelled at us and flapped their wings. I swear it was like I was in the movie Birds.
Oh, God,
there were so many. And at one point, I truly believe they figured out if you apply pressure to these old shitty roll-up windows, they will go down.
Oh no. Oh no.
We then oh my God, we then had birds in the car.
Oh my God.
We willingly offered up our subs like they were sacrifices to the old bird gods, and we got the heck out of there.
Like, did they throw them out the window?
I don't know.
Or did they run out the car themselves?
I don't know. They didn't say. If you wrote this, please let us know. I'm just like picturing like the sacrifice of them just like holding up the sub and being like here,
like,
but like, or did they ditch their car?
Here, throw out the window.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my God, that'd be so scary.
Fuckers.
Yeah, that'd be so scary. Oh my God, that's so. Thank you. That's
so gross.
That's up there with one of the best stories I've ever heard.
Was that the end of it?
That was it. That was
God.
We willingly offered our subs up like they were
Yeah.
sacrifices to the old bird
Yeah.
gods. This is great.
This is
And we
this
got
is
the heck out of
exactly how you
there.
got to do it.
Uh,
When I was in Iceland, there was a hot dog stand that we always went to right next to the like hostel we were staying at. And the hot dogs were literally like a foot long. They were huge, but they were really skinny too. And they were like 2 for $4. So like so cheap. So of course that's what we get all the time. And I literally had 2, so one in one hand, and I'm eating one, and then a seagull just comes up, whips the hot dog right out of my hand.
oh my
Like
gosh.
out of my hand, goes away a little bit and literally swallows the entire thing whole and then shits because it was
It's
a
like its whole
foot
thing.
fucking long hot dog. And I was just
That's
like,
its whole body.
and literally, I'm just sitting there, and I was like, "Oh no!" And the hot dog guy saw it, and he's like, "Holy shit, that was crazy!" And he gave me another hot dog. But that just made me think of that. I was like, "Oh my god!" like I haven't thought about that moment in years. Like PTSD flashback just
Oh my
happened
gosh.
for me.
I remember we'd take the ferry to Put in Bay and people would just throw up like stuff to the seagulls. And one time this person just kept throwing it up and they started teasing them
Oh no!
and
Don't
they
do
did
that.
not like that. And that was the best ferry ride ever. They were like going after him. And I was like, this is amazing. Take him out. Take him out. No one's going to believe this. It was great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not. Yeah.
Don't taunt the birds.
Don't taunt the seagulls, especially, but really don't fuck with ravens or crows either.
They remember your face.
They will remember your face.
Those are my birds.
I saw a Reddit post which was literally like a woman's like, how do I appease these ravens? Like, and she then explained that she accidentally basically drove into a raven funeral. And instead of like going around it, she like was shooing them away. And now those ravens shit on her car every single day.
Good. Good.
And I was like, you fucked with the raven funeral, dude.
You can't fuck with the ravens and the crows. There's
No.
like, oh my god, it's like the Seinfeld thing where we have an agreement with the pigeons.
Yes. Right.
We do, but also we have an agreement with the ravens and the crows.
Yes.
And if I want to have a murder of crows so bad.
Oh yeah.
And you just have to like feed them, but we don't have any like we have like a bunch of blue jays.
Yeah.
I have no crows out here. It's blue jays and hawks and eagles.
Do a garden and you'll end up somehow having some crows that then start cawing at you every time you go outside to go tend your own garden.
I would love that.
They're cawing at you. So, what I did is then they would like swoop down at me too, and I'd be like, "This is my garden." So I started feeding them a bunch of like nuts and stuff. And then
Amy's like, "This is my garden.
This is my garden. I'm doing all the shit for it." But every time I would go out there to like water or weed or whatever it was, I would bring out like food for them, and I'd like put it out there, and I'd be like, "Here you go, here you go," and then they stopped fucking with me. And then they stopped fucking with my garden too.
Yeah, that's why you have to give them gifts, and they'll give you gifts too. This lady makes bank. They'll go to the park. She lives in like the city, and they'll go into the park and get her money and stuff, like trinkets. Yeah. Okay, it's your turn.
Oh, my turn. Yes.
These are so good.
Yes, they are. All right. Hey, miss y'all. We missed you too.
We missed you too.
Honestly, 2024 really put me through the blender. Oh, I lost everything. Like in the sad country songs, I got scammed by someone I trusted. Was paying for a sublet to find out that they were just pocketing the rent money and not paying it. Oh, fuck.
Sounds like this person needs to lawyer up.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. If you have any sort of
contract,
even just like if it was an electronic thing, you can be like, that was the rent I was actually paying.
Yeah, because it's in writing.
Yeah,
technically,
if it is, if it's an electronic payment. Oh, they were homeless. Was homeless for 2 months, all while working down in Pioneer Square.
Oh, this is local.
Yes.
Okay.
Realizing I was being severely underpaid, which like it sickens me how fucked up it was, and severely overworked. Finding out I don't even qualify for low income housing because of the shithole who scammed me. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I almost committed. I understand now about the feeling of really just being done. I've lost so many close friends this year on top of it. Why couldn't I go? Why them? But I'm back on my feet, getting back on my feet.
Good.
Found a place in Seattle, walked away from my old job, have with the help of new friends and a few friends, I left for a better job and they became a karaoke host as well. I'm not saying
Yay!
where because I don't want to like
It'd be too
it's
specific.
anonymous, yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah.
And then they started to reinvent themselves and they're really figuring out what they want in 2025. I'm going to do more than just work and I want to start a band.
I love that for them.
Yes.
And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing that Aimee can't say anonymous.
I can't. Anonymous. Anonymous.
You almost had it.
Anonymous.
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 You're like anonymous.
Anonymous. Anonymous.
I just see Mallory just cracking up.
Anonymous.
But to the
I have a hard
writer,
time with A things for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I won't say it. Anyways,
Mallory.
to the person that kindly wrote this in, start a band. Do it. Write about your stuff too. Write about what you've gone through. That's good writing material.
But also, I am so proud of you for
very proud of you
with it. 2024 for Minnie has been, I feel like the last 4 years has just been a shit show for everyone. But what you went through is really fucked up. And I'm really proud of you.
And it also goes to show that one bad thing can change everything.
Oh, yeah.
And like a lot of people don't really understand that when they, because you were homeless, it said. Like, so a lot of people don't understand it just takes one bad, like one bad thing of losing your job, getting ripped off with an apartment, like any small thing, like an injury too. I've been seeing that a lot lately. Is like people being like, oh, watching homeless documentaries of like, I got hurt on my job. Got hurting their back was one of them, and they're like, I had to miss work. Well, work didn't want to wait around for them and let them go. And then that one thing was like, I can't work because I'm injured. Now I'm homeless.
And we don't have as many protections as we really should.
Yeah, we're super proud of you. They're super proud of you. Just keep going.
Yes.
Just keep going.
You got this, and maybe we'll come do karaoke with you sometime. At karaoke. Yeah. Let us know which days and we'll come.
Yeah, just write in again and let us know because we know you're watching. So thank you also, but we got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you didn't put your name.
You didn't put no, it is everything is anonymous, so we're good. Anonymous. But also it is anonymous. Oh, you can't say it.
I can't say it.
Oh, you're adorable. We're gonna add that into the things you can't say.
I know. There's a big old list. I was a preschool teacher, so I didn't have to say words correctly, apparently.
Oh no.
No one ever said anything.
Oh shoot. Okay. This one's crazy. So we're going into the longer ones now. There's a couple more.
Yeah, I got
buckle up because this first sentence alone is crazy.
Oh fuck.
Okay. I had to burp there. Excuse me. I figured out my best friend was cheating with my fiance.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. So I did the unexpected.
Ooh.
Which, could be anything. Okay.
Working in the shadows.
Yeah, here we go. All right. He said he was going to have to go to his work to drop off a few things and would be back in a few hours. When he left, I texted my best friend asking if she wanted to go do something or come over to hang out. She responded she had plans already, but would be able to in a few hours.
Oh,
this is where they fucked up.
Dirty bitches. Okay.
First, my fiance took my car, which has tracking on it.
Oh.
Secondly, they were using Messenger to text each other, and he signed in on my laptop.
Ooh.
You gotta just come on. Like,
if you're gonna cheat, at least don't be dumb about it.
Don't cheat at all. Just leave the person. But if you are going to think. Stupid. You deserve to be caught.
Your best friend.
Yeah.
Also, fuck
that. Yeah. Also, you.
Double.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to hear what happened.
I think what hurt the most is Oh, I think what hurt the most is that they went to the restaurant where he asked me to marry him.
Oh, ew. Straight to jail. Yeah,
Both
straight
of them.
to jail.
Yeah, both of them to jail.
Oh. That's so tacky. Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they had really good mozzarella sticks.
Oh, I love mozzarella
I
sticks.
know, me too. Not enough to cheat on someone as Mallory in the background.
Yeah, you get him, Al. I don't know though. Mozzarella sticks. Okay, never mind. We'll talk about that later. Arby has some fire mozzarella sticks.
This bitch can
But
be bought with mozzarella sticks.
No, but Arby's mozzarella sticks are great though. But anyways, you would know if you could eat gluten. Okay,
I miss mozzarella sticks.
They're so
That's one
good.
of the things I haven't had in
Could
a really
you
long time.
could you chew them and just spit them out?
No.
You're not swallowing.
No, I would get like sores and rashes in my mouth.
Oh, I was gonna let you baby bird them to me just so you could taste them again. That's a true friend. That's a best friend.
That is
right
a best
there.
friend. That's a best friend.
That's a
what
best
friends do. Not cheat with your fiance. Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta read this.
Baby bird it. Yes.
Woo,
Okay.
Restaurant where he asked her to marry him. I showed up and asked for a table across the room where they wouldn't see me, so she dragged him.
Yes.
Woo!
She's working in the shadows.
First of all, I'm glad you are a listener. Yes. All right.
Sounds awesome.
I made sure to treat myself to a nice meal along with a second meal and a second dessert to take home to eat later. Hell yeah. I think I know where this is going. After I saw their third bottle of wine being presented to them, knowing they were going to be here longer, I waved a server over. I pointed to the lovely couple, in quotes, across the room and said they were friends I hadn't seen in a while and I wanted to pay for their dinner.
Oh, wow.
Not only did I use his card to buy their dinner, but his card bought mine as well.
Good.
The server also let me write a little message on the receipt, and I asked them to give it to them after I had left. I wrote, I wish you both nothing but the best. I hope you enjoyed your meal and wine. Love, my name, because it's anonymous, with a little heart. This is so deep. It's killing them with kindness. I already had my parents at our house helping gather his things while we dined. When I got home, everything he owned was neatly packed and waiting in the garage with the door up. I'm ready to start again in 2025. Know your worth and drop all those who treat you less than you deserve. Heck yes. It's such a good
That was so good. Oh my god.
Hell yeah. These are making me proud. I love you guys.
Yes. Working in the shadows.
Heck yeah.
Being like, get out, bitch.
God, that gave me tingles.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it, especially like those stories where someone's like doing someone dirty.
Yeah.
Like that. And then it's like the house is in my name. Like,
what are
you doing? Like, where are you going to live now?
Yeah.
Apparently with your old best friend. But also, they're not your best friend. Best friends don't do that shit.
No. Best friends do the whole mama bird thing.
Yeah. Mama bird, baby bird, apparently.
Baby bird, that's it. Yeah. Mama bird.
I'm the mama bird.
We're birding. We're birding in this episode.
Yeah, we got lots of birds now. Birds of a feather, as they say.
Oh, yeah. We stick together.
All right.
That's such a good song.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So
this is the big one.
This is a quite long one.
Yes.
Okay. The most insane thing to happen to me happened on Christmas. Backstory on the situation. I, male 37, just ended a 7-year toxic relationship with the mother of my child, 28 female, in August. She was extremely emotionally abusive, sometimes physically abusive, and apparently financially abusive, as well as having a history of being an extreme liar, to the point where she would stage situations and pretend to be other people to further her lies. Wow. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So,
all right. That's crazy.
That sounds kind of like a compulsive liar, like or like a pathological liar, like they can't just not lie.
Oh,
They just have to lie.
everything, yeah.
And it
they
sounds like
know
she
that they're lying, but
staged
convinced.
situations and would pretend to be other people in order to like not get caught in lies. Wow.
That takes a lot of thought.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also a lot of energy to have to do. Jesus
Yeah, I'm
Christ.
too tired for
Yeah.
that. Just
I
like,
can
if you
barely
wanna
keep
lie, just go.
right.
Like, I don't
I know.
take everything.
Get out of
Nap.
here. Yeah.
Wow, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
We've been forced to cohabitate. Ooh, and it's been nothing but fights since I officially broke it off, and it all came to a head Christmas night. Oh, we spent Christmas morning with her at home, and I ended up taking our kids to my mom's house for the afternoon, which was a fight to get her to let me take them, but she decided to concede, which was probably a red flag. Yeah, sometimes with these abusers, the moment they're like, yeah, do that thing. You're like, oh, okay, thanks. And then they're like, oh, shit's about to go down.
I just picture a red flag with arms and legs.
Yes.
Like,
red
I
flag.
just
Red flag.
one whole walking,
Red flag.
breathing red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Ooh.
Red flags.
This also just sounds stressful, like since August, and now it's Christmas, still cohabitating with their toxic ex.
Yeah.
And then they have, it sounds like, kids, so probably at least 2. Yeah. Oof.
I feel bad for the kids.
I absolutely feel bad for the kids too. The day was great until we got home. She was immediately combative once we got inside. Okay, so the kids are there. She slapped me in the face and kept grabbing my arm and pinching it hard enough to leave pretty significant bruises. She stormed out of the house and threatened to kill herself, but then I didn't respond the way she wanted me to. She took off in my truck. I didn't really know what to do at that point, so I called 911 to report the entire incident for the automotive theft as well. A few officers came by an hour or two and took my statement. They couldn't do anything about the truck since she had the key.
What do you mean? What? Okay.
Okay, apparently they're like, well, it wasn't stolen because she had a key for it.
But she took his key.
But that seems like police just not doing their fucking job. But they filed a report for DV and took pictures of the bruises she left. After they left, I thought that was that. But an hour later, the cops came back to arrest me because she had filed a report accusing me of DV, rape in the second degree, and unlawful imprisonment of children, and I spent the night in jail.
Where did the rape come from? Okay.
I had to get bailed out, and now I'm staying at my mom's house. I called our landlord to let them know I legally had to leave the house, and she told me that apparently we're behind on rent by 10 grand. Which is insane because I've been giving her the money to pay rent the whole time. So now I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get full custody of my kids because someone who is that mentally unstable should not be the primary parent. So those are two stories of people paying rent that then it turned out the person wasn't using their rent for anything. So one of the morals of the stories I've read apparently is you pay your landlord yourself in checks and or electronic communications and straight up say rent for whatever month and ask for like an invoice or something back.
Yeah.
Because 10 grand behind on rent, where was she spending that money too?
I do screenshots. So like Zelle
screenshots.
Zelle only keeps so many, I think. Of,
No,
like, when you
can
send the,
they only keep 6 months worth online, but you can email them for up to 7 years.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so like when I do Zelle, I put in the message like this is for this rent, or like I didn't know that they could read them. So I was putting some naughty stuff in there too. Don't do that.
Well,
but if it's to your landlord, just put what the rent is and the month and the year.
Yes.
Like be very so specific.
Say this is rent for this month, this year.
Yeah. Never be
Yeah,
vague when it comes to finances.
That's so fucked up, though. But it's also like she lies about everything.
Mhm.
She now has gotten him in trouble with the law,
Lying
even though
again.
they already have a DV report against her showing the bruises and stuff that she left him. Yeah, wow.
And so he was arrested.
He was arrested and he was spent the night in jail, Christmas night in jail, it sounds like. Yeah.
That's messed up.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That is absolutely so fucked up.
That's not okay. So basically what I gave the other person advice, lawyer up.
Yep.
Lawyer up on this one. This one would be a pretty open shut case on this one.
Yeah, especially if there's like have any sort of communications, like if you can get them to admit over text message that she lied.
Get character witnesses. Luckily, you have two friends right here that know a lot about the law. So
Yes.
get some character witnesses for
Get
that.
character
Yeah, those are your
but most importantly,
things.
yes, lawyer up.
Yeah.
And have your landlord start the eviction process, honestly. Like
Yeah.
if you can stay with your mom, that's awesome and wonderful.
Is he paying full rent though? Like, because if you're paying, well, we don't know the whole thing, but like if he's paying full rent, giving her the money, assuming she's paying, you know, if he's paying the full rent, get her evicted.
Yeah.
You're paying it anyways, but if you're only paying partially,
it sounds like the landlord didn't even get any of their rent, and
she's pocketing it.
$10,000 behind on rent.
Yeah.
Which also makes me go, wait, why was the landlord not also talking to you? So you could maybe even get the landlord in trouble too if they're not communicating with you as well. Because legally, if you're also on the lease, they have to communicate with you as well.
Both parties or all parties that are on the lease. Yeah.
So if there was any communication where you weren't involved, you can also probably like at least you could maybe even sue your landlord just so then you're not evicted and it's not on your record and it's not a thing for you.
So yeah, you're gonna want an attorney that's criminal law but also familiar with the laws of like with landlords.
Yeah, with landlords and stuff like that. And
wow.
Whoa, that
was some
a heavy one.
Stories.
That was heavy.
I got a bunch of bird stuff.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. As a bird person, this makes me happy. Yeah.
You bird person?
I am. I'm called the little raven. I used to be called a hummingbird because I like everything sweet.
Oh, you do really like everything sweet.
I do. I'm on the highway to diabetes.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
oh
I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I'm slowly as I drink Moscato dessert wine.
Yes.
I didn't get to tell you like since we're on the topic. When we went to that restaurant with the lawyers and stuff, they're all getting wine and I was just like, there's no sweet wine. They're like, well, we don't really have sweet, we have dessert wine. I was like, I would like that please. So they had to like bring me out a special menu, and then I was like, does anything pair well with this steak that I'm getting? They're like, no, you know,
dessert wine.
Yeah, and she just looked at me like, and I'm like, I'm trash. So she just looked at me. I'm like, I'm a poor person that likes sweetness.
Yeah.
So you just tell me. So they had the wine connoisseur.
Yes.
Oh, and this is like white tablecloth, by the way. Yeah, this is so fancy.
Very fancy.
She comes over and then I ask her, and she's like, well, I guess you could get like the ice wine or this. She's like, we just had this shipped in from Sweden. I'm like, ooh, that sounds fancy. I like that. Well, I didn't really choose which one I wanted. They just ended up bringing me something just to shut me up. I was like, yeah, it was delicious, by the way. Thank you.
Did it go well with
it paired so well with my steak. It did. It did. Oh. It did. It was so good. It was delicious. I think about it almost every day since then.
I mean, the steaks at that restaurant are so fucking good.
They're so good. Oh my gosh.
Talking about, but
yeah, and then we had tableside ice wine was so good, but the one from Sweden is what they gave me, and it wasn't even on the menu yet.
Oh,
yeah,
fancy.
Yeah, I felt so fancy. I didn't have to pay. It was great.
Off menu, bougie
off menu.
Bitch.
Yeah, it's about time. I was I was lurking within the shadows, posing as one of them.
You're like, one of
I was an
you.
imposter. I was like, as soon as we went to leave, I'm like, I'm getting out of here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're gonna know. But yeah, do you have any to wrap this up? What is your New
Mhm.
Year's resolution, or like what's some crazy stuff? Like you got engaged.
I got engaged. So now I'm gonna be planning a wedding and going to a bunch of wedding shows and stuff.
we are.
I know, I'm excited for that.
I'm
But
excited
it's
for that.
yeah, I'm excited for it.
Cake tasting's gonna be so much fun for us.
No,
I'm
it's
going.
not, because
Yeah,
we're
it is.
not tasting cakes.
I'm
'Cause I
tasting
can't have
cake.
cake.
We're tasting. We're gonna go to a wedding show, and I will taste the cakes for
Okay,
you.
yes, you can taste the cakes at the wedding. You can have all the cake tasting stuff
Yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
wedding shows. Okay, because
Deal.
I'm not eating any of those at all.
Be on a sugar high.
Oh
It'll
my
be
God.
so fun. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. I'm so
I know.
excited.
I'm excited too. I'm also just like, I'm already like feeling the people pleaserness inside of me though
Ew,
sometimes,
gross,
where I'm
don't.
like, oh my God, I'm gonna feel bad if this person doesn't like
Get
if
invited.
get invited to something, you know. I've already like one of my sisters has already been like, oh, I can help plan, and I was like,
I hope she's not watching this.
I know now. One of the biggest things, like, I love that people are offering to help, but it
Mm-hmm.
makes me so deeply uncomfortable to like give someone a job like that. Because either
I get
number
it.
one, I don't want to mix family and friends with a bunch of money. Like, I
Yep.
don't want to mix that. But also, I don't want to then feel like maybe I'm taking advantage of someone. So she's like, I could help you plan. And I'm like, I mean, maybe I'll do like centerpiece days where I'll ask people for help with that. But, and we also have, like, I have friends who are wedding planners and things like that, and they've all offered something, and I'm like, this makes me so uncomfortable. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, like, uh, and it just like, and then I've already started getting like anxiety
I get
from
it.
people offering things, and I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't feel comfortable with, like, I do not feel comfortable mixing those kind of things together.
Mm-hmm.
And but then I also have to remember that, like, how many times have I helped people with their weddings? How many times have I made centerpieces? How many times have I done that for other people? And I
But
never
did you
felt like,
interject though?
I mean, I've offered to help people for sure wherever they needed is what I've said, but I'm also not a wedding planner, so I don't
Yeah,
have those skills to be like, hey, I have the skills that would help
I get
that.
it. Yeah.
But it's like, no, like, this is your job and you should be getting paid for it. But then at the same time, then now I'm gonna feel weird because now I'm hiring my friend, and if shit goes awry, like, it's my friend. Like, I don't know. It's just really hard to even make a decision like that.
But that's smart to look at it like
Yeah.
that, honestly, because like a lot of people are just like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna hire all my friends,"
No.
and then, well, one problem is you're not
Yeah.
friends anymore, and then what? You have all these photos with
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so we got to edit like 90% of these people out,"
Yeah.
or like something goes wrong, and then you're gonna blame them or have resentment to some degree. So it's actually
Yes.
smart not to do
No,
that.
so that's actually
But I get
why.
it. Yeah.
That's actually why, is because also as someone who has helped a lot of people with weddings, especially in college, I helped so many of my friends in college with their weddings, and I'm not friends with most of those people now
Yeah.
because part of it was that they were like using me like as slave labor, and I
Yep.
felt very, very, very taken advantage of. And then so I'm like terrified of making anyone feel that way. But now I don't know how to like my sister caught me off guard saying that. And so I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting someone to offer that.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by that face, is I'm just like, oh God.
No, that's a lot of people too. Like you're right about the slave labor part, is where people are like, well, I can just hire Amy
Yeah.
and then I'll save $3,000.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that. Well, then they're putting their friendship with you on the line.
Yeah.
Is that worth $3,000? No, not really. No, but I get it. Especially with you knowing what I went through. So
no,
I get
exactly.
it.
It's like I know so many people who work in the industry too.
Yeah.
And the amount of them who have been like, oh my God, I've been used, I've been this, but even myself as being in other different kinds of things like that, where I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm never gonna like, I'm
Never gonna
happy to
dance
help
again.
like make sure things go smoothly, or if I'm a bridesmaid, I'm happy to like do a bunch of stuff with that.
But you're keeping it. It's still kind of vague. You're doing an umbrella of like, I'll help you with anything. You're not being like, no, I'm doing this.
Yeah, no.
So it's different.
It was weird. Like, so I've been one of the bridesmaids, like ones that I've been was one of my friends, and she like, and we did offer to do stuff, and she was like, no, I'm paying someone to do that. You guys are my girlfriends, and I'm trying to have a fun time with my girlfriend.
Which you've said with things already, which is great.
And so I was just like, oh, thank God. And so I never felt like any sort of used or anything like that with her at all, and we're still really great friends. And everything like that. Like, the only thing that I was mad at her for was the day of the wedding, she forgot to schedule any sort of lunch.
Oh,
and
God.
So we were all starving and drunk.
You were all about the food. Yeah. Like today, you're like, are we going to have food?
Yes. Are we going to have food?
Yes. I always have food.
Yeah.
I have gluten galore, but we will find something for you.
Yes. And so that's really, I guess, my goal of 2025 is to not be a fucking horrible bridezilla bitch.
You won't. We'll keep you tamed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at us.
What about you? What's your 2025 goal?
Not die.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, that was dark.
I agree with that though, actually.
2025 is to grow this. Grow Studios L&D. We've already expanded with 2 additional shows, and we're going to do the paranormal one that Amy doesn't want to do, and I will mention that on every episode.
All you got to do is just schedule the things, and I'll show up.
We know. You're going to do it. You're just not going to have fun the whole time.
I'm not planning anything. I'm not going to say I'm going to have fun at all.
You will.
I don't know.
You might. I don't know. I can see you falling in love with it.
Make sure there's like wine and fucking chocolate for me or something.
We'll be like, there is a charcuterie board and wine,
perfect,
hidden in one of the rooms.
I know, right? And then I'm just like, to find it. Get out of the way, ghost.
She's just ditching us. Just like keep looking for the wine. Yeah. But no, I really want to grow the studio company. I want to get us out there and grow and monetization would be obviously great. That way we could afford to get new gear and just get sponsors. And
I was just planning on
this is my baby,
It's fine.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. Maybe
joking.
Yeah,
joking.
No, we're not. No, go look them up. Anyways, but yeah, I'm not in remission anymore.
Yeah.
So that's a thing, and figuring that out, I think, is the secondary. The main goal is Studios L&D, which I know my therapist said I don't have my priorities straight. And you know what? Whatever. The Studios L&D is first and always will be first, and then I'm figuring out the cancer thing.
I don't think it's that you have your priorities wrong. I think it's I
need to focus on my health.
It's so yes, focus on your health, but at the same time, like, other than what they tell you to do, what more can you do?
Yes.
Unless it's stress out about it.
Yes.
So and I know you, and you're a person who needs something to do.
Yeah.
Or else you're gonna stress and you're gonna have
I'm just gonna spiral.
Yes, you're gonna spiral. You're gonna have that anxiety, and so
that's why I cleaned my office yesterday, like full on.
Yeah.
Just went crazy.
Yeah.
I looked like the lady from the Something About Mary.
Oh.
Where she like lifts the couch and like all that. But I think that's my goal for 2025 is like and also be a better friend. I want to be a better friend. Yeah. I'm sorry, but the 2 people in this room are fucking spoiled, so it's not you guys. I wanna be a better friend. And I say that every year, but this year I mean like in a different way.
Yeah.
Like I want to be better at communicating with people. I wanted to during COVID. I had this idea to like, which was absolutely like it's not impossible, but it's just like as somebody who's not good at communicating already, I was like, I'm gonna reach out to somebody every single day, a different person that is in my life, like on a Facebook friends list or something, be like, hey, how are you doing? And then I'm like, maybe every other day. And then I'm like, maybe once a week. And then I just didn't do it. But like I don't know, when you mentioned COVID, like that changed me. Like that whole, it's been 4 years. Doesn't feel like 4 years, but like a lot of us don't talk. We're all in our own little bubble. And I realized that I only talk to you guys. So I kind of want to like, I don't want to branch out, but I do want to like be able to not close off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I
Because
got
I
some
miss you
friends I can
guys.
introduce you guys to.
Yeah. Okay, good. These stories have been amazing.
Yes.
We
thank
love you guys so much.
Yes.
They were very great. And we are proud of you guys.
Proud. So proud.
Proud. Keep going. It's another year, but there's always room to just keep being whatever you want to be. Like it's never too late to go for it. So I love you.
Never feed the birds.
Oh yeah, don't that's the important part is don't feed the birds, the seagulls specifically, because that's a cult.
Yes.
They're a whole thing. So yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for a whole year of tuning in and being with Love and Danger to 2025.
2025.
Woo woo. I got a Jet.
And I'm Aimee Lynn. Bye.
Bye.